Good day and welcome to another edition of Citizens Movement Radio News. Today is Thursday, 21 May 2026. I'm Bernard Shelley, ready to bring you the latest news and updates. Here are today's headlines on Citizens Movement Radio News. Dubeko Sibanda speaks on Concord reserving judgment on Cape 3 case. Forward says Advocate Chamisa, as he shows he's not backing down despite criticism. Mnangagwa risks embarrassing removal from power, says political analyst. Now let's delve into the detailed stories. The Constitutional Court reserved judgment in two cases challenging Constitutional Amendment Bill number 3. The hearings were held yesterday in Harare. The Concord said it needs more time to consider arguments by both parties. One of the individuals challenging Cape 3, former Binga North MP, Honorable Prince Dubeko Sibanda, expressed confidence that they will win the case. Let's get more details from him.
It is correct that the Constitutional Court yesterday reserved judgment in both matters, the applications that were filed by myself and war veterans. The reservation is a sign that the issues that were raised by parties are issues that are serious in nature and that raises pertinent legal questions, and therefore the court needs to retreat and to consider all the arguments that were advanced by the parties. But we remain buoyant, we remain very, very hopeful that the court might rule in our favor. And I say so because the arguments that went through the court yesterday were basically showing us that the other party had nothing to argue on merits except for raising preliminary points in which they were arguing ripeness. But it is our view that ripeness is not an issue when one is impugning the conduct of either the president, as was in the case of the war veterans, and Parliament was in my case, because the conduct that is complained of is a complete conduct. It is not a part conduct or a conduct that is still in the process. The chairing of the cabinet meeting by Edim Mnangagwa, which then approved the principles of a constitutional amendment bill which sought to benefit him firstly when he was an interested party, that conduct is not allowable at law. But secondly, the president is charged in terms of the Constitution to act in terms of the Constitution. And therefore, when he sits in a cabinet to deliberate and approve the inclusion of clauses in a bill that are ex facie unconstitutional, is an act that is not allowed by the Constitution itself. And that conduct is complete on its own. And that conduct that is being impugned, therefore, cannot be said that it's a conduct that is still in the process. Similarly, where I impugn the conduct of Parliament, that conduct of gazetting, remember, Parliament has got a duty to act constitutionally. And when then Parliament gets on to gazette a bill that is ex facie unconstitutional clauses, that conduct is impugnable. And we say there was no debate on whether clauses 4B and 9B are unconstitutional or not. I think that one was admitted. It was admitted. So the issue is basically on ripeness, on whether that is ripe or not. But if we are going to get an outright victory, we expect, therefore, that the bill will be condemned and declared to be unconstitutional or invalid, and then that will make the whole process to stop there. But if the other way around, maybe the court might then encourage the parties to go and resolve those contentious issues before a referendum. Were that to happen, we will mobilize the citizens of this country to go and vote no in their largest of numbers. Either way, We are winning against CAP 3.
Opposition leader Advocate Nelson Chamisa is not backing down in the struggle for democracy in the country, despite coordinated attacks from some media sections and his political enemies. Advocate Chamisa posted a short video with the caption, "Forward," suggesting that he is ready to continue fighting for change. Advocate Chamisa's ally, Honorable Amos Chibaya, said citizens are fully behind Advocate Chamisa. ZANU-PF dictator Emmerson Mnangagwa risks embarrassing removal from power if he continues with Constitutional Amendment Bill number 3. This was said by political analyst Liam Kanenga, who said there's bulging anger from the masses over corruption and unemployment. Kanenga said the majority of citizens want Mnangagwa to go like yesterday. He warned that Mnangagwa risks removal from office by a popular uprising. Let's hear Kanenga speaking.
What we cannot ignore is that there is a growing discontentment among citizens, especially the voting public in Zimbabwe, with regards to how the country is currently being managed and led by the current regime, by the ruling regime of ZANU-PF, especially with 85% of the working class people or the productive population being condemned to precarity and unemployment within the informal sector. And then you have more than 61% of people living in poverty and over 61% of people living in rural areas. And among them, the majority lives in absolute poverty. That itself is a marker of the public mood and how people think. If you read the Afrobarometer surveys of 2023-2024, that told you that more than half of Zimbabweans think that the country is being led in the wrong direction. So that itself, with the attempts to amend the constitution and entrench executive power and by longevity of stay in power, itself is a recipe for disaster. It leads to another 2017 fashion of political activities in our country. And at most, we do not know the nature and core of it that will happen. And this might be even a threat to national security and the peace or stability of the country. So it's better off sometimes leaders respect the constitution and allow themselves to exit office peacefully and transfer power peacefully, other than trying to cling on to it as if it's some form of divine right. So that's what Mnangagwa is brewing for himself.
Bulawayo City Mayor David Coulthard, who is a former Minister of Education, has said offering all students quality education as opposed to renaming colonial-era schools is the only vital step in reclaiming Zimbabwe's true identity. His comments come in the wake of the ZANU-PF government celebrating the renaming of colonial-era schools as an achievement. During Coulthard's time as Education Minister during the government of national unity, book-to-learner ratio was 1:1. Meanwhile, Amalgamated Rural Teachers Union of Zimbabwe, ATU's Deputy Secretary General Myaradzi Masiwa said some learners are still learning under trees in rural areas due to lack of classrooms. Masiwa called for the government to increase the budget for education. Let's hear Masiwa speaking.
We urge the government of the day to consider education as a fundamental tool towards development. We see and we witness that the government is celebrating renaming of schools, just giving them names, removing what they call colonial names as an achievement. We are irritated by that. We expected the government of the day to consider construction of schools, to consider allocating more resources towards schools at a time where we have some schools where learners and teachers conduct lessons under trees and under tobacco bans. Those tobacco bans that were left by white settlers in this country. We are so much irritated by such an attitude. We believe that if resources are channeled towards education, then we can celebrate. We cannot celebrate the removal of names and putting other names in schools as an achievement. We want to salute Comrade David Coulthard, who was the then Minister of Education when the ratio of textbooks vis-a-vis learners was 1:1. And we concur with his sentiments recently, where he said renaming of schools is not an achievement per se, but it is just a political gimmick that is being played by the ruling party.
Activist Godfrey Karembera, better known as Mazibaba Shanduko, appeared in court yesterday for trial continuation in a case where he is charged with incitement of violence after he was arrested last October for distributing flyers that opposed Mr. Mnangagwa's 2030 agenda. In court yesterday, Mazibaba Shanduko was remanded in custody to 26 May for trial continuation. Controversial businessman Wycliffe Chivayo's ex-wife Sonia Madzikanda and her mother Tabitha Madzikanda were back in court today for bail judgment on charges of cyberbullying and harassment. Our Citizens Movement Radio News reporter sent in this latest update.
In Harare, business Wycliffe Chivayo's ex-wife Sonia Lois Madzikanda and her mother Tabitha Madzikanda will spend another night in custody after their anticipated bail ruling failed to take place in court today. The court held that the magistrate expected to deliver the ruling was unwell, forcing the matter to be postponed to tomorrow morning. The pair is facing cyberbullying charges after allegedly accessing the complainant's mobile phone and downloading photographs involving South African President Cyril Ramaphosa. According to Zimbabwe law, cyberbullying is a criminal offense defined mainly in the Criminal Law Codification and Reform Act, Chapter 9 of 2023, Section 164B, and also referenced in the Cyber and Data Protection Act. Legal definition according to Portras and Section 164. Cyberbullying is a malicious act that involves sending or posting harmful, intimidating, or humiliating messages or information on social media platforms, private chats, or other digital forums. Still in Harare, police have arrested Shepard Severa, aged 28, of Warren Park D in Harare over the May 19 murder. National Police spokesman Commissioner Ponyard said they first found a blood-stained Toyota Aqua vehicle at Warren Park Hills Cemetery at around 4 a.m. on May 19. Subsequent police investigations led to the arrest of the suspect, who confessed to killing his friend Brian Nandana by cutting his throat with a kitchen knife before sucking his blood. Police said Severa led investigations to a shallow grave at the cemetery where Nandana's body was retrieved bearing a deep cut on the neck and a scar on the back of the head. Investigations into the full circumstances of the murder are continuing, police said. It's me, Lentor Manaka, reporting for Citizens Movement Radio News, CMR.
A ZANU-PF youth leader in Mutoko, Tawanda Zange, 37, was acquitted of criminal charges by Mutoko Magistrate Caroline Matanga yesterday. Zange was represented by Zimbabwe Lawyers for Human Rights, was facing charges of disorderly conduct and public nuisance for allegedly insulting ZANU-PF dictator Emmerson Mnangagwa for his spirited attempts to extend term of office by a further 2 years. Mnangagwa is facing strong resistance from within and outside ZANU-PF. ZANU-PF corruption poster boy Wycliffe Chivayo has proved beyond doubt that he is not a philanthropist but a corrupt and cruel person who uses his proximity to Emmerson Mnangagwa to persecute by prosecuting his enemies. Chivayo, despite boasting to be a member of the apostolic faith, has shown that he is anti-Christian values of forgiveness by getting the mother of his own children, Sonia, and her mother Tabitha arrested. We spoke to citizens to ask if they will get the mother and grandmother of their children arrested.
Ndokutoshaya unhu kwacho ikoko, ndokutoshayiwa unhu kwacho ikoko, kuita mukowashamboko kuti izvezvi vazukuru vari kuti mbuya vari kupi, vana vake vari kuti mbuya vari kupi, vakasungiswa nababa vedu. Upenzi hwokupedzisira chaiwo, kushaya unhu nokuda kwemari, mari yakatukwa.
Pachivanhu chaiko chaiko ka kuzoona wasungisa ambuya vako ameno kuti zvinenge zvaita sei, but zviri kuitika apa hazvina kana hunhu chaizvo. I think it's just abuse of power nekuda kuratidza vanhu kuti no inini I can do this, but zvicha backfire hazvo mumwe musi, because chimwe nechimwe chine nguva yacho. This life we live is a wheel that is constantly turning, so one of these days angari pasi anenge apamusoro. That's what this life is all about.
Isitori sikasonja lesibonisa ukuthi akala buntu lo akala zwelo, even besebenzisa imali hayi nokusebenzisa ama-powerful officials utshengisa ukuthi akula justice eZimbabwe. There's no justice into ekhona kuphela.
Ya, ndinoona vanhu vane mari vanojairira system iyoyo yekudzikisira vanhu vakavazvarira vakadzi vavaifara navo. Because mukatarisa Chiwenga right now akazviita pana Mary Chiwenga. Mary Chiwenga ari kusungiswa na Chiwenga. Apa munhu ari kurwara, munhu akadamburwa maoko, munhu akaita sei, but iye haana kana basa nazvo, angori neshungu yekungoda kumufikisa chete. So it's like ndo zvimwe chete pana Chivhaya akungofikisawo amai vevana vake naambuya vacho zvese. But hazvinombonaka because ukama hucharamba huripo hwaamai nevana, ukama hwambuya nevazukuru, hwatezvara nevazukuru hunoramba huripo, even newe mukosho wacho. Saka mangwana munotarisana semanya, usangonyara kunenge kuripo.
It depends kuti mhosva yavo yakaita sei. It depends. Pane mhosva yekuti you can say these people they deserve jail term. They deserve jail term. But pamwe pacho senyaya iyi kai, it's all about revenge. Kuti andiwe koti yakanditi ndopei mari yakati. So I will try to milk mari yese yaonayo, ndoimilka yese. Ndinoimilka mari yese, ndoda kuti mari yese idzoke. Because hapana kana nyaya. And picture kana rakabuditswa hazvitombodi jail term, hazvitombodi remand kunzi mwanze remand kaso. Nyaya inongoda bill munzi siyai ma passport yenyu kudzaka goma, but inauye revenge only. Hapana zvimwe. It's like they are trying to prove koleta prove vakuda kungonesa vanhu daiwa. Isusu we control everything in Zimbabwe. Yakati ndenge ngaasungwe woziyeti kuti aibeja achiti Mike Mamombe akubule mujeri ende akapiwa how many years. Saka vangoradza kuti isusu we control everything, I can do what I want, handina chinondinetsa. And nyaya yekuti pere ichanetsa nyaya iyi, we are going to see more than 6 months vachinzi vari muremand kusvika vatorwa vana mai hachikwanisa kuchengeta mwana because vari mujeri, mwana otorwa mari achaenda obva ahwina.
Maswera sei ini ndikutaura ndiri muCitizen, ndiri mugari wemuHarare muZimbabwe. Hazvina zvazvinoreva kuti mukwasha usungisa ambuya zvese nemukadzi wevana vake. Ramangwana revana iro rinorevei? Mangwana vana ivo vachadzidzei kubva kuna baba wavo? Kana ukanzi kushandisa masimba ehighest office, kuti simba rakadaro kana kanzi imari yekuti unopa mapurisa wekuti vasunge ambuya vako nemukadzi wako wawakaita naye vana, kunyange zvazvamakaparadzana, but pane vana ava. Izvi tikuzviramba izvi zvinofanira kugadziriswa. Izvi hakuna chinhu zvakadaro zvekuti even ukadatasa mhosva chete pane mhosva, hapana kana mhosva iripo, kana even majaji chaivo vatadza kuexplaina kuti chii chakanatsoitika ine hapana umbowo huripo, but vakatora simba rekupiwa mari naChivhayo kuti vasunge mukadzi wevana vake naambuya vake. Ise maCitizens tikuti kwete, izvi panofanira kugadziriswa. Utengu hufanira kuva hwejekerere kutonga.
Chatinoziva pachikaranga chedu chaiko, pachinyakare chedu, amai vemukadzi wako ndaamai, chero makarambana asi pane kubatanidzwa kwamukaita nevana.
Saka izvi zvakuitwa naChivhayo izvi kufarisa, nokuti angofanira nemunhu asungisa amai vake, ende amai hapasina respect vanhu tinorangarira women's rights, tichicherechedza Mothers Day. Recently rimwe dzinoita tiri paMothers Day, but iye kwaari hazina kana sense. Izvi ndokunonzi kufarisa kupinda nemwenje mudziva. Manje zviri kutomupfukira izvi. Iyi ndo inonzi ngozi chaiyo yatanga yekutanda botso. Muchaona achatanda botso akapfeka mheno kana kuti masaga eGucci. Achafamba nemasaga akapfeka masaga. Achatotsvaga masaga eGucci hamheno kwaanoenda achivatsvaga ikoko. Asi iyi kunonzi kufarisa.
That's utter nonsense. Even the mother of my child, grandmother or grandfather or even uncle, these silly issues these Gananda are raising against their women is nonsense. Some of these things they just have to talk about. It means this guy still loves his wife, his ex-wife, but there's no way back he can go back to her. So he's trying to make life difficult for her to fix her, which is very bad. You can't make people by being cruel to other people. Zvinosevenza izvi. Pana nenyaya dziri papa, vanoda kugadzira mazita. Kana makazvitarisa muona kuti chinhu chinenge chapikiswa vanonzi chinonaka ndo chavanotoenda mberi vachiita. Kuita chinonzi chindinya chekuti ndinoitwei. That's nonsense.
You are listening to Citizens Movement Radio. Now let's take a look at our sports news. The Zimbabwe Football Association has confirmed changes to the Warrior squad in the Unit Cup to be held in London from 26 to 30 May. ZIFA confirmed that Inoka Dewere, Divine Lunga and Bill Antonio will no longer be part of the squad due to different reasons. Meanwhile, their replacements are Washington Navaya, Prosper Padera and Isheunesu Mauchi. Aston Villa clinched the Europa League Cup last night after hammering German side Freiburg 3-0 in Istanbul, Turkey. Villa got their goals from Emil Bendia, Yuri Tillemans and Morgan Rogers. The win ends Villa's 44-year drought for European trophy, having last won the European Cup in 1982. To conclude our Citizens Movement Radio News, here are the headlines once more. Dubeko Sibanda speaks on Concord reserving judgment on Cape 3 case. Forward says Advocate Chamisa as he shows is not backing down despite criticism. Mnangagwa risks embarrassing removal from power, says political analyst. The news on CMR English was brought to you by Bernard Chele. Me and the whole team wishes you all a wonderful evening. Good night to you all. Stay tuned to Citizens Movement Radio, your station of choice, speaking truth to power. Meet us again another news bulletin.